Hey everybody, this is the Sliders Review, and I'm here today to talk to you about the Tiny Toon Adventures reboot. So this started back in 2020, and I had no idea. Actually, since my Hulu's about to expire soon, I was looking to see some things I haven't watched. I'm like, oh crap, I didn't watch Tiny Toons yet, because I wanted to talk about it. So like, I've been watching like episodes and stuff like that. And so as I was researching it, because I like never knew they came out with a direct-to-DVD movie and stuff, so I started watching it on here. And as I was reading on Wikipedia, boom, they're making a reboot. And in fact, they're still in the development process and everything. But it has not came out yet, and they've been working on it since 2020. Apparently, here's the gist. It's called Tiny Toons Luniversity, and it's supposed to follow our Tiny Toons cast as they're now in their college years of that Luniversity type school that they went to. Now, as the story started progressing over the years, it turned out that there were going to be some changes made to this reboot. Changes that involve the Bugs and Babs Bunny were now supposed to be twins as opposed to best friends. See, Tiny Toon Adventures was a great cartoon that came out in the 90s, the early 90s, 1990 to be exact. And it lasted all the way to 1992, lasting for 3 seasons. What did it end? Animaniacs. Animaniacs was the downfall of that of Tiny Toon Adventures and stuff. And Steven Spielberg wanted to focus his time on Animaniacs as opposed to Tiny Toons. And so like with this reboot, see, Buster and Babs Bunny, they were just best friends. They would always be like, I keep saying Bugs. I keep wanting to say Bugs Bunny so bad. But anyway, they had no relation and stuff like that. And so when I was growing up, I always wanted them to be brother and sister, but they wasn't. One was blue, one was pink to show, hey, one's a boy and one's a girl. Hey, this was the 90s, you know what I'm saying? And so when fans heard that they were going to make them brother and sister and twins in the reboot, they say, we ain't having that. And so they listened and everything. But then this thing kept going through so many changes and stuff. They changed their designs of their clothes because now they're older and stuff, and they do have more of an adult type look. Also, some of the characters and some of the voice cast were not returning. Cree Summers, who was Elmira, said that Elmira was not in the pitch for the reboot and she had not been contacted. Other characters were exempt as well. However, because of fan backlash and everything, they decided, you know, we're just gonna bring the entire cast back, and hopefully the voice cast will come back. So our characters are now all coming back. As for voice cast, don't know. Some people have been asked to come back, like Buster Bunny and stuff like that. Tess technically should come back, and she came back for Dot in the Animaniacs reboot. She should come back for this. Now, that was back in 2020. It is now 2022, and they're still talking about making this go forward. What, like, you know, streaming site it's gonna be on, we don't know yet. But most likely it will be probably Hulu. Why I'm saying this? Because of Animaniacs. Chances are the Animaniacs reboot in 2020 is what brought this on and everything. However, even though the voice cast for the 3 Warner Brothers and Dot, the 2 Warner Brothers and Dot came back for Animaniacs, I don't like the Hulu version of Animaniacs. I don't like it at all. They're not zany. It's not cool. Most of the recurring cast characters are not back. This is what fans feared when the Tiny Toon thing was getting rebooted. However, they did say they're probably trying to fix their mistakes, because with the Steven Spielberg is coming back for the Tiny Toons reboot, just like he did Animaniacs. And one of the biggest criticisms is that the main characters and recurring characters are not returning and stuff in Animaniacs. So he's bringing them back for Tiny Toon. As a voice cast, like I said before, we don't know. I hope their voices have matured, because it would make sense. If they still have their squeaky kid voices, that would be weird, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know, man. I'm worried about this reboot, because I don't like the Animaniacs reboot. it's not, because they didn't bring the original showrunner back for Animaniacs. And it's different. It's tamer. They're trying too hard to be wacky, but they're not. They're just not as zany as, like, you know, the original Animaniacs. And so I'm fearing that, you know, Tiny Toons is gonna be put down to that of a kid's level, just like Animaniacs reboot and stuff. Because the thing about Tiny Toon Adventures, it was the, like, you know, it was the original Animaniacs. They were wacky, they were zany, they was crazy, there was adult themed humor, and that would piss a lot of parents off back in the day. And so now I'm wondering, now that they're adults, where are they gonna go with this, if it is in fact on Hulu and stuff? So only time will tell and everything, and I hope it's good. God, I hope it's good, but you know, only time will tell. And as you can tell by these pictures, obviously it has not came out in 2022, and for whatever reason they're still short in kids, so therefore they're not adults. This must have been another change made. When I was reading it online, it said their college years, but then after looking at the pictures now that was put out for promotional stuff, they are still indeed kids. So this is kind of annoying and everything. But oh well, you know, it's cool to see them as kids again. It's just, I hope their personalities and stuff hasn't changed that much. I still hope they keep it consistent to what it was in the 90s, but I doubt it. Alrighty, well, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.